what's going on. Like,
Yep.
because you want it to be a surprise, and it's like, surprise!
Yep. So, all right, guys, we're going to bring you. This is going to be Epoxy, and this is Wolfman's perspective. So, I'm going to share the screen so Puddin can see it as well. Wolfman was in the Worcester Puddin, so at least we know he lived for a good amount of time. Okay? So, we're going to play this game for you guys so you can see the player perspective.
Well, I need to tinkle because too many energy drinks and coffee in me.
Fair enough.
And get more coffee so I can go tinkle again later. Oh my god, they're not moving. What's going on? Is the game broken? Did somebody crash? Oh, it was just a timer.
Interesting seeing what's been going on in chat. This is typical NA gaming that we're seeing happening over here. All right. Puddin, if China takes Elser, oh boy, I doubt they will because they probably want to follow one of their Chinese teams. Is there a certain one that you'd prefer to swap to?
Awaiting instructions.
All right. Elser, oh boy, it is. And then once I get this set up, y'all, I'm probably going to hit the head as well. Take a quick break myself. Thank you all for tuning in today, though. Ah, another code. Excelente. Thank you, Bruno, for sharing that. Code activated. Let's go. ELSR bans Petro, and then we have Kleber, Libertad. I figured Libertad would start getting banned. Gdansk, Marseille, Colombo, and Gdansk. I don't want to hit save. Shatter, thank God. We have banned Raptors map, Sleeping Giant, and then Warrior's Path, and then Land of Fire if we go to Game 3. Okay. All right, I'm going to hit the bathroom for a sec. You guys are watching the perspective of Epoxy as they face off against KSM. This is the Game 3 of the match we just saw. Give you all something to look at instead of waiting for a break.
Enemy force detected.
And I am back. So, Wolfman in this position, it makes sense, right? He's going to farm out the Schlieffen. That's the idea. Because usually Schlieffen's park on the south end of that big island. So, I understand Epoxy's concept there. I think the big problem, and you can see the radio location pings over there. You can see the radio location pings over there. But they are not picking up the Shimakaze. The Shimakaze is actually... Actually, no, they were picking up exactly where the Shimakaze was. There's the torpedoes coming in on the Schlieffen right now. And that's what really does it, I think, for KSM, is getting Moose's Schlieffen down so early. Just takes a lot of the fight away. And you could see now Wolfman backing up, trying desperately to make something happen. Right? He knows his Schlieffen buddy's in trouble. He's like, let's see what happens. And look, he's targeted by 3 people. Who could be shooting at him? There's the Napoli. There's the Moskva. When you get people to shoot at you, obviously, their gun blooms go up, and it's easier to find them. As a result, they get spotted. So, now you can shoot back at them. It's what we call spotting by being shot at. I love doing this in Soviet destroyers. Do it also in French destroyers. It's a great way, by the way, to get potential damage. If you're doing a potential damage mission for a dockyard or something, you go into co-op and say a Moskva or a Napoli, just something that's very tanky on the bow, and you fire your main battery about every minute, maybe every 30 seconds. Fire it about every 30 seconds. Or even less. Now, fire it every 20, right? Because your gun bloom stays up for 20. Fire it about every 20 seconds. Doesn't matter what you're shooting at. The point is you get spotted. You get spotted, the bots will open fire on you. And because you've got the tanky bow and side plate armor, you'll bounce almost all of the hate coming in. Schlieffen detected, so now changing over to the Schlieffen. But Wolf's got to be careful not to back up too far because he knows the Moskva will detect him, the one he's just been farming. Jinshi, there he is. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, there's the radar. So Wolf's going to have to move forward now because he can't afford to give the Schlieffen a shot. The Moskva, you can see he's able to angle quite well to the Moskva shells. He's now looking at the other target that could shoot him. That's the Napoli. He's also pretty well angled to the Napoli, so he's not so concerned about that. And the Moskva switched to HE, realizing he can't get the pens to work. And they're actually doing pretty good work on Wolfman's Wooster right now. Ah, here comes Megazao with the clutch smoke. Now, while that is nice, it also tells KSM that the Shimakaze is there instead of out on the flank or what have you. Which tells KSM, hey, if the smoke is here, we're going to see torpedoes coming through this channel, right? That's what you'd expect. But you can see those torpedoes have already been fired, and they're already going through where the Moskva could have been. Now we've got the other Schlieffen starting to come in. So you can see Wolfman starting to look at that. Remember, Schlieffen's got 5.5 kilometer hydro. This is 5.6 now. Wolfman instinctively moving a little bit forward. He doesn't want to be caught backing up to a YOLOing Schlieffen. Ironically enough, this is his opportunity to escape. If he wants to escape and turn northward and turn into like a kiting open water shooting ship, he's got that flexibility. Instead, he's going to choose to work towards the Napoli. Unfortunately, at this very moment, the Napoli ducks behind cover. So Wolfman's not going to be able to do much to this Napoli. Hydro up, figuring Napoli torps might be on the way, and sure enough, they are.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Wolfman going back to the Moskva now. Obviously, there's no point in shooting at the Napoli. Can't hit it. Oh, look, a Schlieffen appears. Okay, so now he can focus on the Schlieffen. AP in the barrels because you got a broadside Schlieffen. Guess shots there. He doesn't see it, but he has a general idea of how fast the Schlieffen is moving. Welcome back, Puddin'. New code is up. It's been pinned already.
New code. Quick, cancel KOTS for the code.
And the question from Electric is a great question. When do teams find out the enemy lineup? And that's not going to be until...
Purple.
Oh, nice kill. That's not going to be until the game begins. So that 32mm armor plating we were talking about with IFHE or not IFHE, you're guessing who you're up against.
You know what I find interesting now, looking back at this, and hindsight is 2020, and I'm a god at hindsight.
We all are.
I'm surprised EPOXY didn't set up for a push through the channel, knowing that they only had one, that KS only had one destroyer.
Yep, they kind of played into KSM's game, didn't they?
Yeah.
One of the things I always talk about with replays, you don't let them play, you know, their game, you force them to play your game.
The enemy is about to win.
I mean, it could be also they were probably expecting to push at the A side, but I mean, rarely have we seen that with a double Schlieffen.
Oh, hold on a second. I was typing. I gotta take my death pick. All right, Wolf, here you go. Look at that. The one thing that we never really get a chance to enjoy much of in this game is watching ships blow up. Because oftentimes we are too busy with the action and we come back to it later. Even Wolfman's like, ah, to hell with this. And now he's going to go and spectate Petropavlovsk.
You know, I'll say this much. We have that new, death animation in game now. I kind of, you know, like, I like it because it rewards you for actually killing a ship, right? So, and it like, it's cosmetics, and like 90% of cosmetics in any game for me is like, I don't care because it doesn't increase stats. But we all kind of do care a little bit about cosmetics. But I think I like this new death thing with this new cosmetic, because it's only cosmetics, but it's a rewarding cosmetic. Like,
yeah, it makes it fun, doesn't it?
It makes me almost want to open up my wallet if they sold a premium version. You know, like something very unique. You know, like I mean, that's just food for thought for people and stuff. But it's nice to see this. I guess you could say they do, you know, do have the paid version because what, you get an extra one if you bought the paid pass.
Yes.
So I mean, I hope they do more with these, especially with holidays and events and special things like that.
Okay. That would be nice, but I want to move on to something else real quick here, Puddin'.
Okay.
So, we have a predicament. The match that